And
it tastes like a protein shake. I give you that, but it's pretty good.
It is a little thick.
my water's great. So great.
So let me ask y'all, anything off limits, like just anything?
There's no butt stuff.
Just take your ring off your finger first.
No, man. I mean, I will tell you. You ask a question, you'll get an honest response.
Hey, man, that's what we're here for.
May not be what you want to hear.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, right? Hell yeah.
When we go, no, that's the no. We don't go that far.
Oh yeah, another one I did was the fuck around and find out. I went to him. I was like, "Is this okay to post?" He was like, "Yeah, that one's okay." Where it was like the dude, he was like, "All right, this is where you fuck around, and this is where you find out." That one was a pretty good post.
Is your mic on? Okay, so you're number 4. Is your mic on?
I think so.
Okay. Your mic's on, right?
Okay,
so we're good. All right, I muted the right one. All right, man. Y'all guys ready?
Sure.
John Eric. Media.
Okay, here we go.
All you ladies, pull your chi-chis out. This is the JP Lopez show. Also, if you're a transgender, pull your pecker out. This is the JP Lopez show.
Y volver. What's up? Thank you for tuning back into the JP Lopez show, man. I'm very fucking honored to have you two guys on the podcast. We got some first timers here. They're brothers. They go by the name of Miguel, Mike, Boo Boo, and Mark. And man, I really love. I when you gave me the green light and said, "Hey, we'll be there today," man, dude, I was like a little girl just peed in my panties. My panties got wet.
Pick where it doesn't count.
So what's up, guys?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Yeah.
How was the weekend, man? I saw that you smoked some beef rib, some dinosaur bones.
Yeah, man, that's something that we've been playing with for a little bit. I don't know. We just want to offer a little bit more smoked items. Did that and some barbacoa. The barbacoa is something that we've been kind of just talking about more and more because, well, barbacoa, barbecue right there. So
yeah, for sure, man.
Heart of West Texas.
Smoked barbacoa. I said it when I had the guys from Bubba and Breeze grilled cheese. Smoked barbacoa just hits differently, and it's so good, man. Not a lot of people do it, you know. Most people cook it in the slow cooker and the pressure cooker or whatever. But that smoked barbacoa is awesome, man. For the listeners that don't know, sorry, man. You guys shout out. Let's do your shout outs. You represent Jimenez.
Jimenez Tortilla and Taqueria.
Yeah, and your barbecue spot is
So we're Friends Barbecue, just by Jimenez. Well, we're both part of Jimenez Tortilla and Taqueria. Friends Barbecue right here as well. We're doing pop-ups. Trying to get into a food truck later on. Shout out to Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Yeah.
GoFundMe and what's your Venmo so they can start sending money?
Venmo Michael-Flores-61. Please send me money so I can feed my
5s,
dog.
10s, 20s, they all work.
I ain't picky.
what is Coming to America? We like the chain. We like the money that makes a jingle, but we want the money that folds or something like that. We prefer the money that folds or some shit like that.
And as long as it's shiny, I'll take it.
Yeah, man.
So you've never seen us play poker on a Sunday, then, dude. We don't play with dollars. We play with pennies and nickels.
Oh, really? The loteria type shit?
Sure, basically.
I remember as a kid, we played loteria with the beans. And I'm like, man, where's the money at, man? Yeah. But anyways, once again, man, happy to have y'all both on.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have y'all on. I'll just jump into it, man. Jimenez, do you feel or because to me, Jimenez is a Lubbock staple. Now, granted, there was a gap in between, restaurants.
Yeah.
But when you go to the Mexican community with pan dulce for forever, man.
Trust
it's,
me, I know.
yeah. So then you feel like it's a Lubbock staple?
So the Jimenez is always going to be synonymous in Lubbock with pan dulce. It's just, it is what it is. My grandfather started it back in '69. My grandfather actually started working at Mrs. Camp's prior to '69, and so he made the bakery. It was the only one for the longest time, so everybody just grew up with Jimenez being a panaderia. After he passed in '80, that's when the restaurant came about, and but bread has always been tied to it. Even when we opened up the taqueria, my intentions were we're not going to do any bread. If anything, we were going to purchase it from the one downtown before they shut down. And we tried to hold off as long as we could, but every damn question was, when is the pan dulce? When is the pan dulce? And I'm like, after a while, I just said, you know what? We started off with donuts, and then we did the marble cake, and I was fine with that. And then
them donuts were fire.
Yeah, they really were.
we want to bring them back.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's 5 hours. 5 hours.
Wait, y'all get there at 2 just to start them? Like, this past Sunday, just to get started on the barbacoa, and I was still kind of behind. I got there at 2 as well, and I was like, dude, our mom and Mark right there, it's basically a 2-man crew.
So how those Asians do it? They
Dude,
got it down to a system.
Well, funny you ask. So I was talking to a lady who worked at the Rise and Shines. They're Cambodians. So, but what they do is they bring Cambodians and they only sell the donuts locally or within this region to other Cambodians. But they bring them in and they train them to be bakers. And so what they do is they learn
like fresh off the boat type shit.
Yeah, it's always a 2-man crew. They get there at 10 at night and they bake until about 5 in the morning, and then another crew comes in and sells. And that's what they do 7 days a week. But what they do is they do that long enough to where they can purchase one of the bakeries out, and then they bring in another crew. And so that's how they start owning them. Yeah, it was a weird conversation. Man, I find out so much stuff working there.
So let me ask both of y'all separately though. How does the inflation now, does it piss you off?
What do you mean?
Because you have to raise, I'll start with you, like your barbecue, bro. Like, it's not cheap.
Mm-mm.
And you want to put out quality meat, so you're not like getting meat from a cheap source.
No, like, one of the questions that I always get from people wanting to do caterings is like, hey, what if we buy the meat for you? And I'm like, no, can't do that, because one, I don't know where they're getting that meat from. I don't know if it's like something that they've had in their freezer for like 2 years or something.
And you don't want your name on that either.
No, I really don't. Like, me, I'm gonna pick just quality meat. Like, right now we're looking at prime prices and everything yesterday, and like, prime's expensive, man. You go anywhere and you're looking at around $5 a pound. You're looking at choice, that's gonna be around like $4 a pound right there. So it's massive.
And that's my question, is like, does that kind of mess with your mind or your mental? Because you're like, man, not a lot of people can afford what you're putting out, but you're putting out some quality stuff that but it's just simply not cheap.
It's not so much like messing with my mind, like thinking, crap, people can't afford this. It's more so trying to market towards those who are willing to stay in line, willing to pay that extra fee, because they're not only looking for just the food, they're also looking for the experience that you get as well. They're looking for the people that are serving it. And two, it's really just, I don't know, like, you're just trying to put out like just something fantastic in front of them. You're not trying to put something cheap out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
See, and that's where me and him always have this conversation, is like, I get the barbecue side of it. Trust me, it took a friend of ours, Ernest, to break it down for me on how they figure out the price in the barbecue. And so I figured, once I understood that, it made sense to me. But whenever he started putting out barbecue and we tried to do the collab inside the restaurant, I had to look at it from the aspect of my clientele. I love them to death, but they're not inclined to paying, $8, $9, $10, $12 for a taco.
Yeah.
And so that was my hesitation when he brought it on, because he was like, no, this is standard pricing. And so at first time I was nervous. I was like, man, we're charging $9 for one brisket taco. And right off the bat, it was a success. But it was a key set of clients that were coming in for that. Now, I still had my other clients coming in for the barbacoa menudo and all that other stuff, but it was a certain clientele that was just coming in for that barbecue. They would buy some other stuff, but you could tell who was buying the barbecue and who was buying everything else.
Wow.
It was weird to kind of sit back and watch it.
Yeah.
It's more so like having to explain over and over again, like, not only like what you're getting, but like just truly like what is on each taco. Like trying to explain what a 6-inch tortilla is. Like, of course, to us guys, like 6 inches, that's a lot. But man, like to other people, they're just gonna hear
Sometimes
like,
they make them
okay,
long. So
Yeah,
it's
because
too much.
you know, if you talk to some girls, 6 inches is not enough. So
hey, I will tell you, every girl will be
It's too much.
No, every girl will be satisfied with 3 inches. Give her a credit card, it's always 3 inches. Sorry, Mom.
So back to the origins of Jimenez. So was that your mom that started it?
So my grandfather passed. After he passed, they all came together, and all the siblings took ownership in Jimenez Bakery and Restaurant. Back in about 93-ish, she broke off and started Jimenez Burrito Express and Bakery. When I graduated high school, I was going to tech, but I also broke off and I started working with them, and I became a partner with them. And so we ran it up until 93. So that's how we broke off of it. Then, in 2003. 2003, McDougal came and did the whole revitalization of the Overton area.
And y'all were in on University,
Yeah,
right?
right now I think it's a Starbucks parking lot or the
AT&T
AT&T parking lot.
Yeah.
It was in essence, it was on 6th and University, so it was perfect, man. The days back then were amazing.
It was catty corner to the stadium.
Yeah. So what we would do on game days is we would shut it down early. So depending on what time the game started, we'd always shut it down like 2 hours early. This was when you could do stuff like this. We would pull out a smoker or a grill. I would make a beer run, buy all the beer. That's when I used to drink. Buy all the beer that I could. I'd make a trip down to the United, and by then we kind of knew some of the people there, so they'd kind of give us a discount. But I'd buy all the meat, we'd marinate it, and just start grilling out. So we'd shut it down 2 hours prior, start cooking, and as customers come by, we would just, hey, free beer, free food.
Oh wow, free food.
Yeah, so yeah,
Nice.
my only deal is you would have to stay inside the restaurant because I didn't want to get hit with a ticket. or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of the customers would come in, park, and they wouldn't make it to the game because you could hear everything. If it was televised, you could watch it, but you're right there, you could hear everything. And so they just kick back and sit.
It was a tailgate environment.
Yeah, perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah, because I can tell you, man, I've been tailgating for most of my life, and I know several people that have tailgated with me throughout all the years, and they've probably made like two games, but they're there religiously every tailgate. Like, so yeah, man, that's badass. Free food, bro.
Yeah, I mean at the time,
It was just customer appreciation. You know?
yeah, I mean, honestly, we advertised on, what is it?
Magic 93.
No, the other one. not Magic 93. It was the other one at the time. Power 106.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when it was Power 106.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So we advertised with them for the longest time, but that was the only advertisement we had. And so it was just more, a lot of our clientele, they were tech students, so they couldn't afford anything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, we would just cook out and just really party the whole time.
That's sweet, man. Hell yeah.
So we did that, and then, 3 shut it down.
Yeah. When did the downtown close? Do you remember?
I think it was about a year.
Yeah, about
a year ago here, son. Yeah.
A little over a year ago.
I know that the big old plant that y'all had on that wall, I swear every time we went there, my wife tried to steal a clipping off of that. And I legit would have to be like, what the fuck? Like, no, you can't fucking. And she's like, they're not gonna notice a clipping. And I'm like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you?
They probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, she's got a total green thumb, and like our house is full of plants. But you were the pitmaster for the shack?
Yeah, not the main pitmaster. So there was this dude Toon that trained me, and he was there with me. He took half the week, and I took the other half. So I was doing that while finishing off at Tech. Of course, I graduated, moved out to Dallas for a couple of years. Was a food broker out there with Acosta, and then we ended up getting bought out by the second largest food brokerage company. So that laid off everyone nationwide. And
Oh, wow.
that was about the time that they were getting ready to start up. I was like, I think it's just time for me to go home. Like, everything's just kind of falling in place. And Andrew from Hill Barbecue, shout out to the homie, he was like, hey man, like if you ever want to get back into it, just let me know. I always got a spot for you. And I had a few other spots from like different joints as well, just from around.
Were you with Andrew when he was in Leveland?
No, I didn't. I didn't know him then. The first time I
Embers.
met him, I was
Embers, yeah.
They're right there across from the Taco Bell. But yeah, first time I met him and Jewel, they were slanging it out over there under the tent, down over there at the Casp, and I remember just hearing a lot of customers just talk about Hill Barbecue. I was like, man, who the hell is Hill Barbecue? Like, I just keep hearing that name, so I went to go check it out. I was like, damn, this shit is good.
I would like to consider myself one of the first loyal customers that they had.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, Andrew talks highly about you, man.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, that makes me feel good because him and Joel have a special place in my heart.
Dude, they're solid people. Like, their kids, Tanner, their dad, dude, Dennis, they're amazing
He's
people.
a trip.
Man,
So-
all of them were great, but
So
they're wild.
sidebar,
Mhm.
we're Mexican, bro.
Mhm.
Raza buys we buy our first home at the age of 40.
Fair.
I actually did that.
I'm sure there's some some high achievers that are before then, but
Yeah, Mark.
so bought my first home, right? So, like anything,
Mhm.
Christmas is at my house. It's my first year,
Mhm.
so setting up Christmas. Well, my suegra gets pissed, and my wife doesn't tell me until Christmas Eve that my suegra's not bringing no food. She's like, "It's your party, your house. You make the food."
Mhm.
Dude, it's Christmas Eve, bro. What the fuck? I'm not shitting you, bro. I don't know Andrew. I mean, I just know him from going to Embers on his the little canopy stand.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, dude, do you have a brisket for sale? And it's 5 a.m. on Christmas morning, bro. It's just a long shot. It was a Hail Mary. I really didn't.
Give me 20 minutes.
I really didn't think that he would even see the message, let alone reply. Well, he replied like at 6 a.m. and says, yeah, I have a brisket. It's vacuum sealed. It's vacuum sealed at such and such price. Dude, he could have charged me like $300. I had to have bought it. You know what I mean? But he didn't. I'm just saying, like,
he's a solid dude,
like
man. He's
yeah,
not gonna try
and
screw anybody over.
he didn't screw me over. I meet him to go buy the brisket at like 8 a.m. I explained the situation, and this is honestly what sold me to be a permanent customer of them.
Mhm.
He goes, you know what, man? I can tell my wife to go home and make you some sides like beans, rice, whatever. And I was just like, dude, it's Christmas. Like, who offers that type of shit? Like,
Andrew and Joel.
yeah.
Andrew and Joel all day.
And I was like, dude, I appreciate that. I've got like potato salad, like from cold, you know what I mean?
It's not gonna match up to their sides.
Oh,
though.
believe me, but I'm not gonna have him just go home in Christmas and you know what I'm saying? So I appreciated it. I told him thank you, but he saved Christmas, and forever since that day, like I will always be like forever a loyal customer of theirs.
He's like a hillbilly Santa.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And they are awesome people, man. Shout out to Hill Barbecue.
Dude, they are. Like, honestly, I still call Andrew one of my mentors and everything, because if I have a question about things, I'll still go to him. Like, the Shack, I'm very grateful for, because that's where my love of barbecue started. Like, one, it started, like, Mom was like, why do you want to do barbecue? Like, it's so long and hot, and you smell like smoke. And I was like, I don't know, because none of y'all know how to do it. So I went to go do that.
It's true.
And then I just fell in love with it. Then moved away, wanted to learn something different, learn the corporate side, and I was like, man, this is boring. I don't like this. So I came back, and Andrew, he showed me like a whole different side of things where, honestly, like it's like a little bit deeper, and it's more by like feel, it's more by love at that point. And
Yeah.
it's just cool.
And
like,
you know,
that's just the love that he has for barbecue. Anyway.
Exactly. But you know what makes me even more understanding of him being a badass individual is you worked for him, you broke off to do your own barbecue, and he's still all love and support for you.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
him and Jewel, man, like can't discredit Jewel like any. That girl could throw down. Like, sure, she's even doing her own pop-up coming
seen
in
that.
July.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one I'm excited for. Like, she knows exactly what she's doing. Like, she gets looked over a lot, and dude, like both of them just have nothing but love for people. And it's just cool. Like, I didn't have to go to Red Dirt with them. They could have just like left me out on that, but they're like, "Do you still want to go?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I still want to go." So
Hell yeah.
me and my girlfriend, we went, man, and it was a blast. Like it really was. It was hot. It was long. There was a lot of music. There was some beer.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
And what attracted like me to you, bro, is I'd go in there all the time, and I didn't even know me. You'd be like, "Hey, what's up, JP?" And you and Cole were always a good time in there. Like it was all, dude. That place is awesome, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That place is awesome. But my question to you is, what was your degree in food science?
My degree was in RIM, Restaurant, Hotel, and Institutional Management.
Okay.
So I learned the food and beverage side, just kind of more management than anything. Man, shut up. It's almost like a business degree. Like
I still have to do all the numbers.
No, I told you my numbers. You looked at them yesterday and you're like, "Oh, these are actually pretty great."
I was actually,
Yeah.
I was quite impressed.
No, like it's almost like a business degree. It's just more catered to the restaurant side than anything restaurant and hotel. So, like I learned how to make beer, learned all that stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I didn't even know you worked at the Shack. Just shooting the shit with Mark, waiting for my order to come up, and he mentioned you were at that you started at the Shack, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like,
I know a couple things.
yeah. I know
how to make sausage. That's it.
I'm really excited that
Not as good as Rudy, but it's all
It's
right.
not a- yeah, dude, Rudy's is good. I can't even lie.
Sorry, that's just a little inside joke we have.
you have a thing against Rudy's.
No, it's just ever
No,
since they started doing the sausage, I'm like, man, how
Not
does
even
it taste?
sausage. It was barbecue.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Like, how does it
is
taste? I was like, man, it's all right. It's not as good as Rudy's, but it's all right.
Like that. I guess that's the gold standard because like, well, you know what you're getting every time at Rudy's.
So, what is it about an everyday barbecue joint that, because
Define every day, like your every
like
day
a
barbecue.
Rudy's,
It's just very commercialized. Like,
it's just
be
mass
honest,
made.
You go
like,
into Rudy's. Do you know like who that cutter is?
no,
Unless you're
no.
literally going in every day.
Yeah.
Like you don't know who the cutter is. You don't know who the pitmaster is. You go into, say, the Hill. You go into Hill. You go into Evie Mays. You go into Tom and Bingo's. You go into Wiley's, Eddie's on East 50th. You come eat with me,
Dude, shout out Wiley's does not get enough respect.
dude.
I used to always say that Wiley's was very underrated, and even back in the day when they would sell Lockhart sausage, man, I would hit that place up all the time.
Wiley's Pals on West 19th.
I don't think I've ever been
He
there.
is the OG of the food truck
Yeah.
industry
Really?
here in Lubbock. Yeah.
I know.
The non-moving food.
Eddie's. My dad was a loyal customer of Eddie's for forever, man.
Dude, his Frito pie, it's good. But you go into any of those places and you know exactly who you're talking to. You know who cooked it. You know who they are.
Yeah.
But you go
Yeah.
into like say a Dickie's or a Rudy's, and I'm not trying to discredit any of that because you know what you're getting every single time.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same. But
What I'm saying, I guess what I'm going towards is, I don't think that there's enough love being put in that meal. You know what I mean? That you have and Evie Mays and Tom and Bingo and Hill Barbecue has, that puts that out for a Wednesday through Saturday or Wednesday through Sunday.
Those people are just looking for the bottom dollar.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and in all honesty, I mean that's what business is all about. You are looking at that bottom dollar. I
Mhm.
mean, when you pull everything aside, it is to make money. But the Hill, the Wileys, the Evie Mays, all those, they really do it, yes, for the money, but they do it more for the love and the service, the
Yeah.
customer service.
it's about the craft for us, man. Like honestly, ask Mark. Like once I started doing this on my own, even there at Hill, like there would be multiple weekends where I was awake all weekend long and maybe sleeping for like an hour or two. Like even now, like especially if I have a pop-up, I'm awake probably for 72 hours straight. Like it's that dedication. It's that love. Like shoot, even Mark, like
I've got the video. He's asleep.
I'm asleep in front of the customer. I can't even lie. I'm asleep in front of the customer sometimes. But
No, I'll give it to him. No, he does. He, but like you said, that's just the commitment that comes with it. Is he knows? I mean, even talking to Ian from Tom and Bingo's, he came in one day and he looked drained. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, the Winnebago, dude, it's kicking ass.
Yeah.
I was like, that good? He's like, yeah. I just need to now find time to sleep, but that's part of it.
No, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think that, like, okay, so you started your own barbecue spot, right?
Mhm.
You know what? Let's get to it. Let's promote your pop-up.
No, so honestly, like I can't even like take all the credit with it. It's me and my buddy Adam, and then our girlfriends help out tremendously. Mark and our mom, they're right there, like helping out as much as they can too. Like, shoot, our mom, she's been handling with the the beans for us the past couple of times. Like,
But it's June 25th.
June 25th at LBK Brewery in downtown. So at the brewery LBK.
Yeah,
So-
and if you're listening to this, I'll promote all week your ticket purchasing. You can Venmo you for the ticket, and it feeds a family of 4, and
Yeah.
it's your meats and your sides.
Yeah, so you're getting about 3/4 of a pound of brisket. You're getting like 2 sausage links, which is about a pound or a half a pound right there. Which one's gonna be a cheesy hot link made with Oaxaca cheese, and then the other's gonna be a chorizo one that we're working on. And then you're also gonna have a pound of ribs, which honestly I'm a big fan of our ribs. Like I don't eat my own food. Like you ask any person, they won't eat their own food, but these I could go to town on. Then you're gonna have elote, you're gonna have charo beans, you're gonna have green chili cheese hominy, and crap, what's the last one?
Concha banana pudding.
No, there was another side.
Concha?
Oh, yeah, the apple
Concha?
coleslaw. Yeah, the apple coleslaw.
Concha banana pudding.
Yeah.
Shit, that's the price in itself.
So
Hell
you're getting 2
yeah.
sides of that right there.
Fuck.
Of course, you're getting all the fixings. You're getting corn tortillas with that. You're getting hot sauce. You're getting barbecue sauce. You're getting pickles, onions, jalapenos, radishes. You're getting all that, man.
And your pickles and your onions are homemade.
Yeah, we do everything
Everything
in-house. Like
homemade.
everything is done in-house, whether it's partly done by Jimenez or partly done by us. So
Hell
everything's
yeah.
done in-house, man.
And this is your 3rd pop-up, bro.
Yeah, this is
This
our
is
third pop-up.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited that this is your first pop-up that I'm off, and I can't wait. I cannot wait, bro.
Mhm.
So, I mean, tickets might go fast, so get your tickets, like, ASAP, because...
They've been selling, man. Honestly, they've been going. So Sally Taylor, the whole crew out there at LBK, at West Table, Dirk's crew, like it's all one family over there. They've been pushing it. Sally's been really pushing it and everything, and I'm excited because the first one was more people that we knew, people that wanted to support us, people that wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And of course, that one was a big one. Didn't realize how many people we knew between
Good
us.
God.
Yeah,
that was insane.
Y'all's first one, the pictures that I saw...
That whole place was packed out.
Exactly. Like,
it
it
was
was...
wild.
Yeah. And that's got to make you feel good, right?
Oh, dude, I thought I was gonna be honest. Like, 1, I thought I was gonna cry, and then 2, I thought I was gonna shit myself. So I was like, damn, this is a lot of people.
You're going to be like
show up.
Ramos crying and shitting.
Yeah, just so,
like his pop-up was so big. Like we delivered tacos and chips on Sundays to Good Line. His pop-up was so big, they ran out of our tacos, ran out of Coke while they were waiting for his stuff to come out.
Oh, wow.
It was just insane.
Heck yeah. And...
no. We bought the last taco.
Oh, okay. they got
Literally,
the-
we bought the last taco because, one, like, we sold the barbecue, and then some stragglers came up and were like, I didn't know about barbecue. Do you still got any to sell? And we're like, yeah, we got some to sell. So I was selling, like, after the ticket sale, we sold some more. And then we were like, dang, we got nothing left. And then we're like, shoot, we haven't eaten all day. I wonder if they have any tacos. So me and a buddy shared a taco, like the last one.
Hey, man, that works out, right?
Yeah, it was cool to see because, it's beautiful collaboration, beer and barbecue, man.
So y'all advertise, y'all promote tacos on Sunday, right?
Mhm.
So they sell y'all's tortillas and tacos there on at Good Line
Or chips.
on Sunday.
So yeah, they'll get a set number of asado and cheese tacos, and then barbacoa tacos, which is last one we did all his smoked barbacoa tacos on that.
Man, that one was wild.
Yeah, and then they'll get chips, a certain amount of chips and hot sauce, and so yeah, they'll just sell them.
My absolute favorite from Jimenez is the asado.
Asado and
It
cheese
is
right there.
so good, man. It is really good. Do you see yourself every Sunday having the barbacoa? I mean the brisket taco and the beef,
It
or is this
kinda
just
varies?
yeah.
Since right now, Friends Barbecue, like me and Adam, we're so small. Like
Mhm.
we're not even a truck or anything. So right now, it just kind of varies. But later on, we do want to get in that groove where they have enough for whatever they need. Probably add a couple more items or something. And yeah, just see kind of where it grows. But definitely the brisket.
Yeah.
The brisket's a staple. It's king here in Texas. So
You know what
Gotcha.
else is a staple? The marble cake.
true. As Jose from Texas Monthly, he was like, it's like pink cake, but with pizzazz.
But That's legit what it is the pink cake. It's just
So marble cake is the true pink cake. So all it is a lot of people, if you do the traditional one, you're just going to take the marble cake itself and dye it pink and then put birthday frosting on top with the sprinkles. Now we make our own frosting. It's a cross between the icing that we use for the donuts and a few other ingredients to make it kind of smooth yet hard enough to where it doesn't crumble on you.
I've seen people talk shit to you because I've been there pretty early and y'all have already sold out of the pink cake and people are like legit mad at you.
So man, the one that made me feel the worst is there's this older lady and she, like, on Saturdays and Sundays, I know a lot of people get upset, they get pissed that we don't answer the phone, and for all you guys, I'm sorry, but we get so slammed that there is just no room to answer the phone.
Yeah.
And so she was trying to call in, but she was coming in from La Mesa. She made it all the way down from La Mesa. She just went on a whim, and we were out. And she goes, I only came to Lubbock for that, and I felt so bad. So I told her, you know what, we'll have some tomorrow. And she goes, well, I'll make a trip back down. So I ended up giving her a few extra pieces. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten cussed out on the phone. I've gotten people that just flat out get pissed that we don't have it. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you guys.
You know how to piss off a Mexican? Don't have the pink cake at Jimenez.
Pretty much.
Because that person was old, bro, and they were talking shit to you, and I was just like, dang, man, it's not that serious, lady, but okay.
You know what we need to do next time? Just send mom out there to go talk to them.
No.
I'll be honest, like, and I tell mom this all the time. I love her to death, but man, she is the scariest person I know. Oh, straight up.
And she's like this tall.
Oh yeah, she's tiny.
That's how it is,
She's like
man.
maybe 100 pounds, maybe.
Yeah,
So
that's that old school Mexican.
It is.
Because man, I've met a couple older Mexican ladies that are just little chihuahuas, and they
That's how you
put
know
the
the food's gonna be
fear
good,
of God in me. I'm like, I'm not messing with that old lady. Yeah.
That's the thing. We still mess with her.
Yeah, we do. Or lady.
What is your favorite item there?
Man, it's gonna sound stupid, but don't really eat there.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to really.
Yeah, I mean, it's
tap into.
Don't get me wrong, it's good. I've eaten it before, but after working around it, and it's kind of like you said, you don't really eat your own food, and it's just I'm around it. If I do happen to eat, man, the one that I really like, and it's kind of odd because I have like ulcers, so I have to watch how much intake I can take of spicy food. It's chile verde. It's one of our low-key items. It doesn't get a lot of attention to it, but it's actually really, really good. And so when I eat it with a lot of cheese just to kind of mellow it out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's probably what I eat there. If not, I mean, I usually wait till I'm done and then go pick up something else.
Did your promotion for your art, for the taco art, did that bring in a lot of new customers? Because it seemed to me like a lot of people voted for that art.
There was quite a bit of submissions.
Yeah.
I mean, it brought in to me. It brought in more light to the specialty tacos more than anything. I mean, it brought in a creative side. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because every year when tech comes in, we always get an influx of students. So I don't know if it brought more kids, more people, or it was just because the contest ended around February, end of January, and so that's about the time tech was coming in. So don't really know, but I know it generated enough buzz that people like the stickers. I mean, shoot, the stickers go like crazy.
Oh yeah, people love stickers, bro, and I know I do. But I think that you did the comeback, your new Jimenez spot. I think you did it badass, dude. What I mean by that is, number one, you're never gonna have the complaint of service sucks because you don't have waitresses. You know what I'm saying? People might complain that their order takes forever. Hey man, I'll wait 2 hours for the greatest hamburger ever. You know what I mean? And y'all's food is always on point, so I'll wait whatever. You know, people are always gonna bullshit about how long the wait is, but there's no sit down spot. Like you call in to order if you're available to pick up the order. But anyways, you go in, you order, and you're out. And I think that's a great deal, man. I really do.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we obviously get the complaints. There's no drive-through, or you have to get down, or blah blah blah. You know, you have to get out in the cold weather or the inclement weather. But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, what's a drive-through though? you're gonna have that one person wait at that spot until the order is, you know what I mean? And people are gonna be pissed because they're waiting in the drive-thru for forever. Like, I think he did it good, man.
No, so I like the way it comes out. I mean, I know a lot of people ask, well, when are you going to open up a restaurant? When are you going to open and sit down? In all honesty, I have no plans
No
for
plans for it.
No, I mean, I've put the numbers to it, and typically when most people go to like a restaurant to sit down, especially during lunch, during the weekday, typically you'll have an hour lunch. So that gives you 45 minutes to eat. It's usually 2 people. So at most, the bill is going to be around $20. With tip, probably $25. In that 45 minutes, do you know how many people I can turn over?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more
So
than that
it
one
just,
table.
Yeah. In the business aspect, it just doesn't make sense.
Don't
to
make
have it sit
sense. I'm gonna get to it, man.
down. Go for it.
So, what's your favorite feel-good memory?
Man, I mean, it's gonna sound cliche, but it's my kids. Really, in all honesty, everything I've ever done has been towards them.
Yeah.
I guess if I have to pinpoint one time, it was the last vacation that we had. It's the last true one that we had. We actually got to go to San Antonio. It was just me and the 2 boys, San Antonio, Corpus, and we just spent a week together. No worries. Turned off my work phone, and it was just us out there.
Just getting away from reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. It was perfect. No drama, no nothing. Just out there.
Are they into the food business too, or do they not want to follow dad and say we're into our own shit?
So my oldest boy, Aiden, he didn't want to go to school, which I get it. School's not for everybody. But he's a workaholic, man. So he works at Amazon, and he picks up multiple shifts. But on Wednesdays and Fridays, he comes and helps us out with the tortillas. And then my youngest one, he's going to college. He took the summer off, and he agreed to come and help. He's going into accounting and to kind of business, and so he kind of wants to learn the aspect of what we do. So he's gotten more into it, and he's usually the one that runs the front now. Like, he's capable of doing that. So I don't want to force it on him. I'm not going to be opposed if they ever decide to go into it. I would love for them to, but I want them to create their own path.
Oh,
if they were smart, they would stay away from restaurant industry and go become an accountant.
True.
But it's in y'all's DNA, man.
It is.
Dude, yeah. Well, we made the joke the other day, like, man, I swear all we were born to do is just cook.
Pretty much.
I even tried to get away. I moved out to Dallas, got a corporate job. It paid really well. Had my own apartment right there in downtown. Now I'm over here cooking barbecue, taking pictures of tacos, up all day, all night, just slaving away.
No, but in all honesty, I like I said, if they do follow it, I would be 100% ecstatic. Because, I mean, you always want your kids to, follow in the footsteps. But, man, the restaurant industry is brutal. I mean, it's just a tough industry, and it's sad to say, like, right now we're losing restaurants left and right. And so, I mean,
Miss you, Raspados.
yeah, Raspados.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw they were closing.
Rangels, El Chaviena. I heard there's a couple more that are fixing to go down.
Wow. Have you made a way to Wolford for Tigre Burrito?
Man, I was going to tell you about it. I found them out.
Yeah,
So-
that went.
Yeah, man, Tigre, I've been trying to shout them out for the longest time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, they're legit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
dude,
a
their
sponsor
stuff is
on this
good.
show.
That's good.
Yeah.
I found out that the owners of Tigre are the owners of Anna's Mexican restaurant.
No, I don't think so. Tigre and Wolford? No, they're not the same owners from Manos.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they haven't told me that.
Well, the only reason is because I get a certain customer that comes in, and so we were talking, and I was like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. She's like, no, we moved further away, and she works at Anna's. And she goes, hey, yeah, down there at Tigre, they have a Birdie is named after her daughter, the Birdie Burrito. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know them? They're like, yeah, they're part of us.
Okay, maybe it hadn't been disclosed to me that they've got partners, but
Sure, just go ask.
I don't want to say yes or no, but Tigre Burrito is a sponsor of the show, and
No, they are legit.
Yeah,
and
dude, their stuff is
They're
good.
fire, bro. They're fire.
Mhm.
But that's what I was gonna ask, if you had a favorite Mexican joint other than obviously yourselves.
For me, probably Bertos.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I get
They
down
slap,
with
huh?
their carne asada fries. Like, that stuff is good.
Really?
Or, shoot, what's the other place?
What's your favorite Polibertos? The
Dude,
east
it's gotta
side.
be over there on the east side.
Yeah,
Can't,
the original, yeah.
Yes. Dude, right there, just doing that whole drive-through, even going up to the little window. Man,
Where the
and their
drive-thru was
sauce
like
pretty
20 feet
good.
tall.
Yeah, it's like don't go in there in a little car.
Dude, and I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know what it is about like taco shops and burgers, but they slap.
Yeah,
Shoot, like
Yeah.
yesterday I had Cha-Cha's too, and man, my cousin JP over there,
Cha-Chas.
Mhm.
I don't think I've heard of them.
over there across from
Triple
Blue Light,
J's. Next to Triple J's.
where Hank's Chicken used to
Oh
be.
wow.
Speaking of, dude, Hank's Chicken, if you ever find his food truck too, need to get
Yeah.
some gizzards or some chicken from him.
Oh, he
His stuff
sells
is good.
gizzards.
Yeah,
Wow.
he does them to order though.
Okay.
So it takes a minute, but
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
they're not soggy or
Wow.
chewy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, granted, I know family. People think we're completely biased on it, but Cha-Cha's hands down the best burger in town.
It was
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Everybody
was
else
solid.
there can cook, but I highly recommend if you go there and you're gonna get the burger, ask for Cha-Cha or B,
Yeah.
make it for you.
Oh wow.
Dude,
That's
she
if
puts
she's
a,
in town though.
she puts a special touch on it. It's tremendous.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I go back to saying. Like it's made with love. Like yeah, for sure.
So no, I mean a lot of people like they'll come into the restaurant and I am the worst salesman because I'm always telling them, hey, go here, go there, go wherever. But no, I'll tell them where to go. Like one place that gets that doesn't get enough recognition and it's a staple that's been here forever in some form or fashion is Meat Taco Village, over there on Regis Street.
Regis.
Mhm.
Regis.
Right
yeah.
now they're hurting because they got all that construction.
Yeah,
going
that
on.
construction messed them up.
For tacos, I like Polibertos. What I usually get there is I'll get their asada, but I'll have them put squeeze some extra lime in it and have them put rice and beans.
I like the asada quesadilla from Polibertos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't ever go wrong with that.
Nah.
Man,
dude, this is
quesadillas, picantes. You get their fajita quesadilla. It's legit.
Damn, I didn't even know they had a quesadilla. What's your favorite Mexican joint here in town?
Man, I go everywhere. Like I try to see what everybody's doing, but right now I'm stuck with. I know people are gonna hate me for it, but asada, their asada burrito, that one's I like that one.
It's called asada?
It's over there on
Man, I'm slipping, man. I ain't
Dude, you
heard
really
of like
are.
3 of y'all's mentions.
Asada's real
Work in the food
good.
industry, you'll hear about everyone.
Polibertos, they're legit. Roberto's, man, a lot of people knock them down because they claim that they're a chain. It's only 2 restaurants, one in San Diego and the one here. It's not a chain.
Oh no, I take that back. Favorite tacos, El Gente over there on I
Yeah.
think like 29th and Q.
mm-hmm.
Like they're a small food truck, man, and they don't do really any kind of marketing or anything, but it's just a couple.
There was
Two
one that
people.
was here in town that had since left, and man, I asked my brother to push for him because they were struggling. But it was the Borracho Tacos. He worked the club hours,
Mm-hmm.
like from 12 o'clock on midnight hour. Dude, his stuff was legit.
And he was a food truck
Mm-hmm.
All he hired was tech students
in the depot area?
all over.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm slipping because I hadn't heard of 3 of y'all's mentions, so.
And then there's one last one that everybody needs to go hit. It's on Clovis and Avenue Q. It's called Pollo. Oh, not Pollo Loco.
Pollo Regio,
no.
right? No. Pollo Rico.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
they are legit. You walk in there and you'll see that spit going with full birds on it.
That's all carbon, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's some good shit, man. That's pretty good. It is good. You guys want to take a break? Let's take a break.
All right.
Come right back. And we're back. So we got to Mark's story, and I'm gonna ask you, bro, what's your favorite feel good memory?
Man, probably playing poker with everybody. I'm just there at the house. We do get angry at the end of it, but
Yeah.
that's
It's when we
besides the
picked him
point.
up from Levelland when he was born. We left him there, and the doctor called us and said, "Hey, you got to come pick up your son."
Just have to tell everybody that. It's not even true.
Paint the picture of the poker games.
Dude, honestly, like, typically it's always a Sunday because that's whenever, like, we're finally all off or something, or even before, like, we started up Jimenez. We'll just be there at our parents' house, just playing poker. You would have Mark at one table, me at the other. My dad would hop in from time to time if he just wanted to hang out that long. You would have his 2 boys facing each other. You would have our mom right there, and then just a seat right there for whoever else wants to jump in. So
It's just your family.
it's
so-
just us. Yeah, straight up, just us playing poker. That's it. Like, of course, like the money stays like just between us, so it's not like really anybody's going
Dude,
home
but
with a lot.
it's
But
cutthroat rules.
Either
oh,
way,
we'll call each other out like real fast. Like we'll stop the game.
is it
and just-
Hold'em or
No, just playing poker. And then we have like little side games too, but For the most part, it's just straight up poker.
Dude, that is awesome, bro.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know any.
Well, it started off with mom over here saying that all boys need to know how to play poker, so she taught everybody how to play poker.
Yeah.
I don't know any families that get together and play something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that it don't happen. Dude, that is badass. And your pop's place too.
Yeah, like he's good, but he doesn't hop in too much anymore. Like, just don't know why he doesn't. But
Who's
yeah.
the badass?
We get mad at
Mom.
Marcus quite a bit. Our mom, she cheats.
Yeah. My
If
boy,
you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Aiden, he knows what he's doing, but he's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
my son Marcus, it depends what game we're playing. We play this one called Follow the Queen, where the queen's always a wild card. Any card that follows the queen automatically becomes a
Yeah.
wild card, and then if another one comes up, it becomes. But if he sees your cards on there, he's already figuring out what you have, and he is almost like 90% of the time accurate.
Fucking Rain Man.
Yeah, we got to tell him to shut up. He's like, this dude knows how to count cards. Like, no, he's not going to be allowed in Vegas.
As we're playing, he's like, "Oh, I know she's going for a straight. I know he's trying to get a couple pairs. He's probably because no one else has this, so he's probably got the four kind right there. So that's what he's trying to go for." And we just told Marcus, "You're not allowed to talk anymore, man. Just shut it."
Like, we get mad at him. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, be quiet.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's like you know, when you get so good at dominoes, you're like, I know, dude, play that 5-6, dude, and you're like, what the hell? How does he know that? Like,
Yeah, basically.
dude, dude, I can't tell you, like, that is awesome to me, man, because I don't get to spend as much time as I should with my family just because work sucks, man. We're shorthanded as it is. I live at work as before it was even shorthanded. Now it's worse. So spending family time is something that my dad, like, always did. Every Sunday, like, you never knew who was showing up, but he was making a fuck ton of dinner for anybody that he invited. And I always wanted to keep that going, and I try. And now it's just a thing of the past because I'm always working, man. But that is awesome that y'all get together and kick it. And
See, and I think we're pretty lucky, too, because, like, even with the restaurant, like, we're, like, on the weekends, we're pretty much all there, especially on Sundays.
yeah,
Like, all of us are there. Like, Friday, I'll come in, like, after I get out of work, kind of see what they're doing. And I see both his boys there. I see our mom there. I see him there. On the weekends, I know my dad's there helping out. He's got his own business, and he's over there doing chips. He's helping out with, like, whatever he can. And on Sundays, like, we're all just there hanging out. We're all there. I'm watching them slaying. I'm over there taking the pictures that need to be taken. And, yeah, we're just having a good time. Like,
That's
yesterday,
insane.
it was pretty fun because, well, Mom was laughing. We're making fun of my dad. He's over here laughing. You got Marcus up there. Like, we're just having a blast, man. And,
rain or shine, it's always a poker
Yeah.
night on Sunday.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Got
Sweet.
you, man.
So I'm gonna ask you something. So your lady is a white lady, right?
Mhm.
Did that go over well with the family, or
So
it was nothing?
her
like-
stepmom is also Mexican.
oh,
so
okay.
It was pretty easy. But, nah, dude, like, my mom, she was like,
She didn't give
I
a
don't
shit.
care who you date.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm just saying because I know a lot of old school Mexican families are like, nah, we're not having that shit or
Nah,
whatever.
my mom's like, I
Yeah,
really don't care.
Yeah, she don't give a
Do
shit.
you? She's
Yeah.
like, as long as, like, it doesn't affect me. I was like, all right,
As long as
fair
you're
enough.
not asking me for money.
Yeah.
So when's the wedding?
Man, why
Hey,
you
take it
always
easy.
ask that? I was like, chill, dude, chill.
Yeah, Courtney. When's the wedding, Courtney?
Chill.
Are you gonna do your own catering, or are you gonna have somebody else do it?
Love the girl, but chill, dude.
If you
Still trying to-
did get married, would you do your own catering? Don't
She'll
do
get
that,
so
bro.
pissed, she'll
Don't
get
do
real
that.
Gotta say
You
bills.
want to hear something
Gotta
funny?
say bills.
When my mother married her father, she did her own wedding cake.
No shit.
I didn't even know that.
Was it pink?
I even saw the pictures of mom cutting into the cake. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, they got a cake. No, mom cut into her own cake.
For real?
Yeah, seriously.
Holy shit. Hey man, whatever works, right?
Save a buck, save a buck.
But I'm sure it was more delicious than any fucking store bought one.
That's
Sure.
true. Yeah.
Well, she used to make cakes when she used to work at the Jimenez downtown.
Yeah.
She used to be the
Shoot.
cake baker.
Even after, like,
Yeah.
whenever mom was just on that hiatus, whenever y'all were, like, mom was over here doing, like, weddings, quinces, all of it, like, with fondant and all, like, making flowers look like real flowers.
Yeah.
It was insane.
putting their heart and soul into it. Yeah.
Literally. But that's what she loves, man. So
Do you fuck with the pan dulce? And if you do, what's your favorite one?
So I do. The only one I mess with is I do the brownies. Only one.
Yeah, the
Like-
brownies are good.
So I know how to read a recipe, but I learned a long time ago you have to have a hand for it. And you can follow a recipe, but I apparently have a heavy hand because it turns out like crap. So
Do you fuck with people when you call your kolaches?
no, what do you mean?
When people expecting a hot dog in it?
No. Oh, I had to explain. So no, I had to explain. I had to get down to explaining that it's not a Czech kolache. It's a version of a Hungarian kolache. Because there's a company here in town, and word got back that they were complaining that we were making kolaches, and because a Czech kolache is more bread filled, more bread. It's just a bigger version. It's breadier, I guess, of lack of a better word. A Hungarian kolache is kind of like thin phyllo bread, real thin, and it's supposed to be round. But I mean, as it is, to make the small little squares is an effort. So we just stuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have to tell them it's a version of a Hungarian kolache.
I went in there all the time. I didn't even know myself that was a kolache until I heard you say some dude was, picking it out, and you were like, the kolache? And in my mind, I was like, that's not a fucking kolache.
So somebody argued with me that, and they came back the following day, and it's funny you say that. I had it screenshotted in my phone, but it's called a something. Yeah, it's called a something. It's a. There's another word, but Texas called it a kolache because I guess the word is similar to kolache, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to Fredericksburg and ask for a kolache, they will hit you.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Fredericksburg, man, because they're the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit, dude.
But,
great food.
yeah, to go back to what I was saying, he pointed out it was because you have the cherry or the raspberry and then the peach or apricot.
So
right?
on the kolaches, we do typically it's lemon, blueberry, cherry, and apricot. Apricot, man, it's hit and miss. If people like apricot, they'll buy them all. If not, they'll just sit there forever.
Yeah.
Lemon's always by far a popular one, followed by blueberry. Cherry and apricot, I mean, they're like the stepchildren. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you don't know.
Yeah, because he asked for that, and you pointed at it, you're like, the kolache? And once again, I was like, that ain't no fucking kolache. But, all right.
The stuff.
Then I went to Googling.
The stuff, like... So,
say it out loud in your head, and it was like, that doesn't even sound like kolache, because I did.
And so, like, I don't know why, and I know I have a big head, and I have a stupid amount of knowledge in there. I don't know how I know some of this stuff. But yeah, I like all the pan dulce in there, just I guess years of doing it. I know what each is, and I know how it's made, and I know why they do this, and I know why they do that.
So he's the boss because he knows more than you?
Dude, he only thinks he's smart.
Kind of am.
Kind of? Just kind of?
I am. I use big words.
I'm the boss because
You
I'm
have to
smarter
sound
than
them
you.
out. The
You're the one that started out with tahi. I was like, Michael, that's the. It's not even tahi, it's the.
I said the.
No.
I didn't say tahi.
No, you at first you were like
I'll
tahi.
say tahi.
So
You want to laugh? Just come work
speaking
with us.
into a perfect world, like I'm the genie and I'm granting you your wish, right?
Six pack.
Of
right
what?
in
Oh.
Six pack with V.
Got you.
Sorry.
Granted. Yeah. It's on the way. Hey, check's in the mail, man. What do you want to achieve from this day forward for you yourself and your barbecue joint?
World domination.
The new world order.
I don't know, man. Like, a lot of people, they would say, like, be on the top 50 list. A lot of people would say just, oh, shoot, like, get rich with it. Me, I want to feed people, man. Like, I want a bliss moment every time I serve. That's it. Like, with barbecue, like, you strive for that because you see, especially if you're the one, like, in a real small joint. Like, I remember one night, the first time I had a bliss moment with barbecue, it was there at Hill. It was during, I guess, the Christmas parade or whatever this past year. It was me and Jewel. Man, we had a line out the door at 7 p.m. Like, it's kind of slow during the... no, I take that back. It hit, and then it died off. And then right before that parade, it hit real hard, like a line out the door, like a straight up barbecue line. And I pulled a brisket out of the warmer. You see the line right there just staring, and I open it up, and all you hear is ooze. And I remember that one brisket that was laying right in front of me, because that was the one I trimmed the night before, got on the smoker and everything. And basically that one I saw from start to finish, and that was like just a circle of life for me right there. And that was where my bliss moment was. Like, I remember like the song that came on the speaker, and I turned to Jewel and I was like, this is it. This is why I want to do barbecue. And yeah, I'm chasing that bliss moment, man.
It was trying to have that and ahs when you pulled it out.
Yeah, just like being able to please everybody with just one crazy piece of meat right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's it. I just want to feed people, man.
Like the Christmas Carol. Out the meat, fed out everybody. Ooh,
all right, Mr. Stooge, Scrooge, whatever you want.
Hey, don't shoot your eye out, man.
It's a Christmas story, not Christmas.
But I'm just saying, man, hey, don't shoot your eye with that shit.
He doesn't know everything. But, nah, man, I just want to feed people. Food is community. You
know what, man? For whatever it's worth, man, I want to speak your success into existence, man, because you're good people, man. You really are. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting right in front of my face. I really fucks with you, man. I want nothing but success for the both of you, man, because y'all are great people, man. And obviously y'all come up from a great family. And I've been going to Jimenez for, not even that long. And we've built a relationship so fast. And with you, man, I really want to speak your success into existence, man. And once again, can you please shout out your pop-up?
Yeah, dude. So me and Adam, we're doing Friends Barbecue there at the brewery LBK June 25th at 11 a.m. We got tickets for sale through Venmo. You're going to get brisket, sausage, ribs. Like, it's not just a couple slices of brisket. You're getting three-fourths of a pound. You're getting half a pound of sausage, a pound of ribs. You're getting apple coleslaw. You're getting chado beans, milote, and green chili cheese hominy with all the fixings. You're getting a couple concha banana puddings, and
sweet ass,
dude,
man.
It's gonna be great.
And it's Friends Barbecue on Instagram.
Friends Barbecue on Instagram. Yeah, Friends Barbecue, Friends BBQ _LBK. Okay.
And Jimenez is what on Instagram?
Jimenez _LBK.
LBK. And I know.
Yeah, it was kind of me that created all that.
He handles it.
He was like, yeah, that's fine.
We had this conversation when he came up, because I was like, man, I was telling Mark, I was like, I don't know if he handles that, because when I shout y'all out, you're like, hey man, make sure you come up for a free so-and-so, or hey, well, next time you're in there, we got you for a free so-and-so. And it's not like I'm going in there for it or I call you in on it. But then I was like, I don't think he runs that.
You're like, man, why is this dude talking in third person? This dude's weird.
Because that's what Mark does.
He's like, he must forget that he offered me a free burrito.
I do. That's how I get the profit margins.
You should get him to describe people for you. It's hilarious.
I am the worst with names.
Like, one of my buddies for the pop-up, he was like, hey, one of your buddies came in. And I was like, okay, who? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, like, can you describe him a little? And he was like, he was a white guy.
He had socks.
Like, okay. And he was like,
no,
he was excited for tomorrow. And I was like, okay, like, anything? He was like, no, I don't remember anything else. I was like, wow.
The best one, I told him, hey, there's this guy, because he knows the people from Eddie Mays. Hey, he wants to help you out. I don't know his name, though, but he's a Mexican guy. He's good with the chuck wagons. And he was like, okay, how do I said, Google chuck wagons, Texas A&M. And he did that, and sure enough, he found the guy.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I was like, what?
Well, because that's me, but a lot of that is not just being it's just not giving a shit. So that's what probably he's like, yeah, whatever, man, I don't give a shit. Like,
no, I do.
He does. That's the thing. He cares about it.
I really do.
That comes in.
I'm just the world's worst with names and memory.
Once I saw my friend the next day, I was like, holy shit, it's Randall. I was like, wow, that's who my brother was talking about.
Or the guy who smiles. Say, hey, man, some tall, skinny some skinny black guy came in, smiles all the time. You're like, who? He worked with you at the ham store.
Eldon.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's what it is. Eldon.
Yeah, Eldon.
Well, then he does care.
Mm-hmm. So he does.
I know.
It was funny because Eldon came in like a minute later.
I was like, that's him.
Yeah, here he is. Straight up. He must have heard me.
But no, faces I remember, people's cars I remember.
Yeah.
People's names and what they look like, I'm completely lost.
You don't remember people's faces?
To a degree.
Obviously.
Well,
yeah,
when I
to a
see
degree.
it, when I
Very
see
small
it.
degree.
So y'all's weekend on the y'all's weekend. Your menu on the weekend, it changes, right?
So it's our everyday menu. Well, not every day. Our normal menu, and then we add chile verde, barbacoa, menudo, and whatever he decides to smoke.
Sweet. And that's only on Saturday and Sunday.
Saturdays and Sundays. The barbecue's only on Sundays.
I'm talking like,
The menudo and barbacoa? Yeah, that's Saturday
and that's
Sundays.
by the pound, the barbacoa by the pound.
We can do burritos, tacos, or pound.
Oh, okay.
Plates, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was strictly by the pound.
We're flexible.
Oh, okay. Cool. And get there early because that barbacoa goes fast, right?
Dude, the last for graduation week, tech graduation week, I mean, we were at a barbacoa by like 9. Menudo was like around 10.
On
on
Sunday.
That's what?
We open at 8 on Sundays.
Yeah. I've yet to try y'all's menudo. I've been wanting to try it, but I haven't had a chance to try it. Every time I get there, I order something else.
I know.
Yeah, but
You're missing out, man.
I know
That
I
menudo's
am.
good.
I know I am. So I guess I'll see you on Sunday because
Watch us be out.
I know. It's like, well, we had some, but we're out.
like you fucker.
Now, in full disclosure, with as popular as the menudo and the barbacoa are, I know people, if they're able to call it in, I only give them like a 30-minute window because people are asking for it. So if you're not there within 30 minutes, I put it right back
That's
up.
it.
So
Yeah. At least you do that though, man, because I wouldn't. It's hard to trust people nowadays.
No, so that's why I do the 30-minute window. That, or if you pay, I'll hold it for you all day.
You know, shout out to Jacob. You sent the marble cake to Pennsylvania, man.
I was gonna bring that up earlier.
Dude, that dude is legit. Like, I didn't know who he
He's over here
was.
messaging the Jimenez account right now.
So no, I didn't know who he was, but he started sending me. Now, so the personal side of me has a strange sense of humor,
Yeah.
and this guy hit every note of it, and I was like, "You are my new best friend, man. Like, we are best friends forever. I don't know who you are."
Sends, dude, they're hilarious. I feel bad because I don't follow any memes account on Jimenez, but he's always sending some gold, and I'm like, look at this. Just straight memes to the Jimenez account. I
Shout
love
out
this
Jacob,
dude.
man.
Sometimes I'm like, I wish I could post it, but I can't. But no, so yeah, it's just I wake up and first thing I do, let's see what what is he called, Jake the
Lone Star Chalupa
yeah,
champ.
Yeah.
Chalupa champ. Let's see what Jake sent, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
He's like, dude, don't you work, man?
Yeah, just send them. I was like, JP just shouted you out on the podcast.
So yeah, no, he well, as soon as I got that, I was like, I don't know who you are, man. I don't know how you found me. I don't know if it was by mistake.
All right,
but I
Liam
think,
Nelson.
but it was yeah, it was like, you've got a talent that I like, and so we are.
Dude, that's awesome. Not a lot of people are gonna get that.
Oh yeah, if you ever notice, we always do like quotes in movies are always in somehow tied.
Our minds just work in songs, memes, and movies. That's
Yeah.
it for me.
and,
SpongeBob.
and it's crazy because you can like just quote a crazy movie, and the people that get it, you're like, man, I fucks with you. Yeah.
So you know, he's always doing these
I haven't done it in a little
crazy things. You know, hey, do this tomorrow. So Nelson Lim, man, shout out to you, bud. He's an older Asian dude, straight face, like stone cold, doesn't have any expression, very rarely talks. But he put on one day, hey, go boo, tell Mark, boo this man. He came in, monotone as can be, boo this man. I was like, you deserve everything you want. It's all yours.
He's like, go in there and
Like,
pull Mark
this
shirts
is the
down.
most monotone dude you will ever meet. He would be like, hello, my name is... What's the name?
Nelson Lim.
My name is Nelson.
So very rarely do I see a phone number come across, and I'll call the person back. Nelson calls, I'm calling him back. After he did that, like, dude, you will get a phone call from me.
The one story that had me rolling was you did like a slow-mo to the back kitchen window. He comes to the window. Yeah, that had me rolling, man. But it's always gold when you quote a movie and it's a random movie and someone gets it. You're like, yeah, fucks with you. But the next story will be go in there and pull Mark's shorts down
Nah, man.
and get punched in the
Shoot.
face
Yeah,
with a
that
free
part would really
taco.
happen.
Some girl, she posted a video online. Yeah, I didn't even check what he put down there, and she came up with some story like, hey, can I get your number, blah blah blah, and I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, I lost mine, so can I have yours? I was like, no, I don't even know you. And then she posted online, like, they have this stupid company. They put on this stupid thing trying to get people to come in, and she's eating a barbacoa taco.
Oh, shit.
I was like, yeah, that was good.
That's why I always got to put in parentheses, gotta be in person and must show mark this. Because he won't look at it half the time, and then he's like, what the hell is going on?
I know, like, what's going on?
You don't even follow the account. He's not even following the Jimenez account.
No, well, we're always...
His oldest son didn't for like until last month. And I was like, seriously, dude?
And you slipping, man.
For real. It's like, you work here.
No, it's just we're always so pressed for time that I don't have time to look until somebody pulls something. I was like, what are you getting? Like, I don't even look. I'm like, you want free taco, fine, we'll get you.
God, you're giving them all the power right there.
I know.
Well,
the keys.
I know for a fact that he's working like donut shop hours, because when I'm working overnight, I'll get forwards from him at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, he's at work. Like,
He just doesn't sleep.
I really don't. I get maybe like about an hour or 2 of sleep.
Like I said, we're crazy.
Dude, that is insane.
For a while there, I was only getting like 45 minutes.
That's gonna catch up, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready to sleep.
Give me a hospital bed
Man,
and
not
an
even-
IV.
shoot. So it's funny you say that. I'd had that conversation with my kids, like when I die.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's going to happen. I'm going to die. Probably one of you are going to be here. First thing you need to do is call grandma so she can come over, because you're not going to know what to do.
You're not gonna outlive your mom?
Probably not.
No, come on, bro.
You don't understand. No, my mom.
You don't know her. I think she's going to outlive me.
Yeah.
God dang.
So they know to call her, pull the dogs away, because after a while, dogs will start feeding on
Yeah,
whatever's
start
there,
eating you.
and then call the cops. And my mom, everybody's like, that's kind of weird. And you ask my kids, and they're like, yeah, we know what to do. Like, it doesn't face them anymore. I'm like, yeah, they got to be ready for all that. You never know. So I'm ready.
Say your goodbyes, pull the dogs away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be so afraid. Excuse me. I used to be so afraid of dying, man. And I think as you get older or whatever, it's not a big fear anymore.
Dude, I'll be honest, I don't want to live past 65. Like, straight up, because I don't want to go through, like, the old age of, like, everyone, like, either thinking I'm annoying or me going through, like, dementia or something like that. I'm like, dude, like, I'd rather, like, just be done right there at my prime. And I'm like, this would be cool. This would be neat. Right there, just done.
I'm just looking for some sleep.
But you don't have kids.
Exactly.
Would that change if you had kids? You're like, man, I got to live to see these.
Depends on how old they're.
I've already raised mine. They're good.
My pops passed away at 64,
Sorry
and
about
it
that, man.
devastated me, man. So,
That's fair.
yeah.
No, you're right. I don't have kids like that. That could probably change later on, because, like, I do see a future with my girl and everything, but
yeah.
I don't know.
See, and like my mind works a little differently. I look at, like, I don't want to be a hindrance on somebody. So I don't want to get to that point, like kind of like says dementia or just whatever could come about. I mean, whether it's a disease or just being old. But I don't ever want to be a hindrance on somebody. So I'd rather, and plus I don't want them to. I don't want them to think about, man, I remember when my dad was like at this or he was this. I'd rather just go out on
My dad couldn't wipe his ass.
Pretty much,
I had
yeah.
to wipe my dad's ass.
Yeah.
Like, no
Yeah, you don't wanna
kid
do
ever
that.
wants to put their parent in a home and then have
Oh,
to see
for
that.
sure.
Like, our neighbors across the street, Charlie
Yeah.
and Donna, like, we love them to death. Saw them probably a couple weeks ago because he came to the restaurant. Man, like, they're in their 70s and like they just went downhill fast. Like, I hate saying this, but like for them that was probably the best option. But that's something I would not want to put on my kids or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's kind of like where the downfall, like, of you, me, mom, and our dad is that we're pretty, like, I guess, cold in a sense like that. Where, like, if we see something make sense to us, we'll cut it off right there and just be like, it is what it is. But now, like, you're right, the hindrance, we don't want to put that on anybody because, like, we're very independent as well, and we don't want to burden.
Yeah, exactly. But when you have kids, man, it shouldn't be a burden to your kids. But I totally understand what you're saying.
Like, I mean, it even goes down to even like just barely. This is the first year that I've ever let anybody know when my birthday is or celebrate it. I just don't. I don't do any of that. Don't do any Christmas, any of that. Just because. Yeah, I have other things to do. Don't have to burn about me. Don't have to worry about me. Just hey, there it is. It is what it is. It's just another day.
I'm the
To
same
be
way.
honest, I still forget when your birthday is.
I know. Trust me. Let's go.
I think the 21st.
Yes.
Does
Of
fa-
I was
September.
about to say the 27th.
Of September.
Does
No,
Facebook have to
February.
remind you?
Dude, no, he doesn't even have it on there.
Dude, I have everything blank. Like,
Honestly, I'm the same way. Like, you can't find unless you truly know me, you won't know when it is.
Yeah, you have to put a birthday in Facebook. I had a
You can take
Facebook
it off.
since no, I had a Facebook since like tech when I was a student, when there was only tech students to get a Facebook, and you had to put a birthday, and I was like, I don't want my birthday, so I put like a weird ass birthday, and I never changed it.
You're probably thinking
So
that's my
every
birthday.
every year on that date, it's like, it's JP's birthday, and I was like, no, the fuck it ain't.
Gonna put out a post. It's not my birthday. This is false alarm.
Yeah, well, people still, they figured out my birthday, so they still put birthday. But anyway, before we leave, man, do you have any shout outs, bro?
just friends barbecue, really. Just trying to get that one up and running so that, I mean, I want to be successful, but I know my time's coming up, so I need it to start kind of heading toward his direction.
Yeah, shout out to Friends Barbecue, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Back at Jimenez OBK. Definitely our pops too. Man, that man knows how to throw down with some clippers. He's been doing it for a hot minute. He's got his own. I think it's Phil Flores _ LBK. It's not crazy active on there, but I promise he won't mess you up. You
And
won't
where's
see
his
him.
shop?
Over there on the Park Towers building on 27th and Q. Also, shout out to Zavalas and both Joe and JoJo over there. Down in Grand Prairie. Top 50 over there.
On Brisket in Maine.
Brisket in
There
Maine,
you
brother.
go. We went to Zavala's for my buddy's bachelor party, and you would have thought we were family, bro. Joe is a badass dude,
He
man.
is like, I met him once. I don't even think I met him. I had met somebody else. Can never remember that dude's name. And then Joe messaged me after. He was like, "You trying to get back into barbecue?" I was like, "You offering a spot?" And he was like, "Maybe." And I was like, "Man, that'd be cool." But I was too
Yeah.
deep in the food industry, or in the food broker.
He's a badass dude, man.
Dude, that dude could throw down. And one of his main pitmaster, Joe. It's funny. Joe and Joe.
Joe and Joe.
But Joe, he came down. He's got some family out here in Lubbock, and he came down while me and Adam were cooking one night, and we talked for a hot minute. And honestly, like, he cares about his employees. He does not want them to be there long term because he wants them to go off and do their own thing.
Their own shit.
Like, it's really cool whenever you have joints like really like that, where they just want to teach, kind of like build you up, and then you go off, learn some stuff on your own, do whatever,
Yeah,
and just
and
make a name for yourself.
and Joe's a software consultant, is he not? Or
I
did
think
he
so,
leave that
'cause-
alone?
No, I think he still has his 40-hour-a-week job, but yeah, that dude,
He's good people, man.
he is.
And this is quite the moment to shout out your mom and your girl, bro.
Shoot, man. Love you, mama. You know, you're always mad at me, but it's okay. I'm still going to love you. Courtney, I know I always say dumb things, but you know I love you too.
Hell yeah, man. Once again, thank you guys for coming, man. It really made my week, and it's only Monday, and it's been the
it's
highlight of
Monday?
my week, man.
Wait, is it really?
For
It's
real.
only Monday?
Yeah, it's only Monday. I
No,
know.
I
I
don't
know
mean
it's
about
a
your week, I'm sorry,
It's a
but-
long week ahead of y'all for both of y'all.
Shit.
Yeah. Tonight is actually my Friday. I get a couple days off, so yeah. Shout out to me. Yeah.
Shout out to JP.
Yeah, man. But shout out to DJ Kipo
Shout out to the missus, too.
and the wifey. Shout out to DJ Kipo, Patriot Paint and Construction, and Tigre Burrito, man. Without you guys, this show would be nothing. I love y'all to death.
Shout out to the birdie. Think it is burrito. Legit. Hey, that's a legit burrito.
True.
And I'm glad y'all guys. I'm really glad y'all guys, venture off and there's so much money and food in this world for everybody that the
I wish.
hatred that the
Yeah, speak for
hatred
yourself.
There is no.
there's just no room for hatred, man. And I love that about y'all, man. Y'all shout out everybody, man. So that's awesome. And there's love for everybody, but shout out to all the listeners. Thank you guys, and shout out to the John Eric Media, the Pendejos every Friday. Deep Dive with Donnie Flamingos coming back July 2nd, so be prepared. Get your tinfoil hats back on. And until next time, guys, read some books!
And
Oh, hey. Didn't see
It
you
tastes
there.
like a protein shake.
This episode is brought to you
But it's
by
pretty
DJ Kipo. DJ Kipo handles all things like weddings, quinceañeras, anniversaries, and graduations.
So
He's good at what he does, keeps the party going. And hit him up on IG, TikTok at DJ Kipo 806. Once again, that's DJ KEEPO 806. Oh, it's you again. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They
I will tell you,
specialize
ask,
in
you
commercial and
ask a question,
residential.
you'll get an honest
They also
response.
Hey, man,
specialize in
that's what we're
drywall,
here for.
paint.
May not be what you
No
want to
job is too big or too small for them.
We'll find out.
Hit them up
Yeah, we're gonna find
at
out, right?
hear.
806
When we go, no.
544
no. We don't
7199.
go that far.
Oh yeah, another one I did was the fuck around and find out. I
Oh,
went
you're
to him.
still
I was
here?
like, "Is this okay to post?"
This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito,
Where it was like, the dude, he
located
was
at
like, "This is where
720
you fuck around.
Highway
This is where you
62
find
in
out."
Wolford, Texas.
That one
They're
was a pretty
open
good post.
Tuesday through
Is your
Saturday,
mic on?
7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, so you're number 4.
They specialize
Is
in
your mic
breakfast
on?
and lunch
I think so.
burritos. They've also got some plates.
Your mic's on, right?
Tell them
I-
JP
man,
Lopez
Okay, so we're
sent you.
good. All right,
But,
I needed the right one.
Breakfast
All right,
burritos
man, y'all
pretty
guys ready?
fucking huge, so you better bring a big appetite. Shit.